Guys, they said Kabiyesi have gone to Reverend Esther Ajayi. We all know that there is this close relationship between Reverend Esther Ajayi and Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi. Yes. Some people said Reverend Esther Ajayi is Kabiyesi's godmother. We all know that Paropo, I think Paropo is a Christian. I don't know, but they said Reverend Esther Ajayi is Kabiyesi's godmother. And she have been part of this their marriage, maybe as a spiritual director or as a family friend. But all we can see, even if you're watching their pictures and videos, you'll find out that this woman, Reverend Esther Ajayi, is close to Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi's family. And information also have it that ever since they started having issues in their marriage, this woman have been trying to fix things, help them make sure that the marriage holds. But only recently, the woman said something that have made a lot of people to be very, very surprised. That is, if that information is true, because I will not forget to tell you that they are all alleged information. So while Queen Naomi was in detention, at first, a lot of people believed that Kabiyesi wasn't doing anything to help. But along the line, even Queen Naomi's mother confirmed that Kabiyesi is trying his best. We also heard that the father went to see Kabiyesi, begging Kabiyesi to do something, that he cannot keep quiet and allow Queen Naomi remain in detention. And finally, Queen Naomi came out. When Queen Naomi came out, Kabiyesi was one of those people who visited her very early, even though they said Queen Naomi was not happy to welcome Kabiyesi, but Kabiyesi visited. And without wasting time, Kabiyesi started demanding that Queen Naomi should return back to the palace. That Queen Naomi should come back to the palace. Queen Naomi this, Queen Naomi that. And at that point, something happened. They said there was this revelation from Reverend Esther Ajayi, allegedly, stating that Queen Naomi should not go back to that palace. Now, that if Queen Naomi goes there, that there is likelihood that something bad will happen, that she shouldn't blame anyone if something of that nature happens. At some point, we started hearing that the reason she said that was the fact that they have told Kabiyesi that there are two women in your life that needs to leave that palace, that as long as they are there will always be problem. That these people, they be witchy group, So you need to let them go if you really want Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo to come back to the palace. But you see myself, ever since this whole story started, ever since this women's thing started, the only advice I keep giving Queen Naomi is this: Kabiyesi is your husband. And judging from what you are going, give me my freedom, don't give me my freedom. Kabiyesi is not ready to let Queen Naomi go. Yes. And based on what we are hearing, Queen Naomi can never move on with her life without Kabiyesi giving her full freedom. And Kabiyesi, on the other hand, doesn't want, maybe because he doesn't want another man to raise his son for him, or maybe because of the fact that he loves Queen Naomi that he always claims. So my advice has been, Queen Naomi, reconnect with your husband, but stay out of the palace, because the palace is not conducive and safe for you and your son. That is my own advice. But after this message from Reverend Esther Ajayi telling Queen Naomi that going back to the palace you might regret it, this and that, they said Queen Naomi now leverage on that, and the fact that Kabiyesi called her an ex while she was in detention. Queen Naomi have been insisting that she's not going back to the palace, and that has been the issue that Kabiyesi have been dealing with for a very long time. Yes, so, but only recently we started hearing good news, because to me it's a good news that Queen Naomi have finally forgiven Kabiyesi, that after Kabiyesi have leaked a lot of secrets to Queen Naomi, letting her know all that she needed to know about the kingship in Ile-Ife kingdom and everything, and how he is struggling, Kabiyesi on his own. They say Queen Naomi cried. After crying, Queen Naomi forgave her husband, and now they are making arrangements on how to move on with their life. We heard that Kabiyesi have gone to meet Reverend Esther Ajayi, telling Reverend Esther Ajayi to please, instead of saying things like this, please, I know that you are a spiritual woman and there are things that you will see. But for the fact that God have not shown it to Queen Naomi, there is a way that you will say it. It is going to destroy things for her. I know that you want my marriage to work. There are things that when you see them, you keep it to yourself. But if there's any other way that you can advise Queen Naomi, do it. I'm not trying to say that if you see a danger coming her way, that you should not let her know. But there's a way that, as a mother, you know that Queen Naomi looks up to you. That if you say it that way, she will be frightened. Yes, and nobody will blame her. Even though she's a prophetess, there are things that she cannot see. Yes, so because if she saw that she will get married to Kabiyesi, and at a time like this she will be going through this in the marriage, I don't think she will continue with the marriage. And that you are a prophetess, or you have the gift of seeing things before they happen, does not mean that everything that will happen to your life that God will show you. There are things that they will not show you. There are some that they will show you. So if they show you anything that concerns Queen Naomi, if it is something that will destroy her marriage, why will you open up your mouth and tell her the way you saw it? There are ways to go about things like that. That is what they say Kabiyesi was begging, not questioning, but begging Reverend Esther Ajayi to please, instead of saying things like that, let Reverend Esther Ajayi pray for their marriage to work. That even if she saw things like that, her prayers can make certain things not to manifest and all of that. You know, that right now she is in a very good position with Queen Naomi. That what they need right now is their prayers and not some advice that might ruin things for them. That is what they say Kabiyesi have gone to tell Reverend Esther Ajayi. And let me tell you the truth though. If anybody tell you that, you see that place that you want to go and get married, that so things will happen there, you will run as fast as your legs can carry you. But in this kind of situation right now, Queen Naomi is into the marriage already. Yes, you know, maybe Reverend Esther Ajayi would have told her that, okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't reconnect with your husband, but please don't move back into the palace. But at that moment, Kabiyesi was insisting that she must move into the palace. So how do you expect her to say it? You know. But one thing I know for now, I know for sure right now, is that if this information of Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi getting back together is the truth, I just pray that God will give them the wisdom to go about this. Forgetting about the fact that Igbi is beaten along the bush one side, Olori TikTok is doing her own one side, Olori Two-Face is doing her own one side. They should just forget about those things. You see, I just pray that God will give Queen Naomi the wisdom to see these people as if they don't exist. You know, because the moment she starts seeing them as if they don't exist, they will be worried. You know, there is this story that someone told me about she being a second wife to a man, and the one thing that is scaring her up to today is that the first wife never behaved as if she exists. You know that thing can make you have sleepless nights. You know, you took someone's husband, that person does not care. She lives as if she doesn't exist. When you came and take over the kitchen, she stopped eating at home. As a matter of fact, she would just travel, spend days, weeks, and come back. As in, the way she behaved, they said the second wife started being afraid, started complaining, and all of that. So I just pray that God will give Queen Naomi the kind of wisdom to live with her husband as if those people does not exist. Anyway, guys, that is what we are hearing. Don't forget that these are all alleged rumors, speculated information making rounds on social media, okay? They are unverified. They are not for stand information. Always bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. Love you guys. Bye. See you.